Guns are another item that is always debated as to whether it should be allowed or not. Guns and other arsenal equipments that are used for the purpose of killing people. The reason why there is this debate is that these items cause death and injuries. And we know that we are not allowed to kill unless there is a situation where somebody has killed somebody else. In that case, the person will be killed in retaliation, but only after going through the course of the law. And if the verdict is pronounced against the person, then the system would get the person killed. The other reason is that if there are people who are indulging themselves in causing mischief on earth, they are killing people, they are attempting to rob people of their wealth, people who are indulging in rapes, etc., they too have been allowed to be killed by the system. Other than that, killing or attempting to kill can only be done in self-defense, and that too should be done in extreme cases. If somebody is trying to attack you, you can only take certain measures in self-defense. So the problem with the guns and other material that is used for the purpose of killing is that they do something, they're meant to do something which is one of the biggest evils that one can imagine. As I said, the argument that is presented to support the cause of sales of guns, rifles, bullets, etc., is that they are needed for self-defense purposes because there are elements in the society who can endanger your lives, endanger your property, your honor. And when you are in a situation where you can do nothing to help yourself except to shoot the other person, well, in that case, the availability of guns comes in handy, and therefore they should be available in the market for people to be able to buy it. The fact of the matter is that the argument does carry some weight, and that's why there's always a debate as to whether there should be guns allowed in a society or not. However, the other aspect of the permission of having guns is also something that cannot be ignored, that these same very guns cause death at times without any reason. At times they cause deaths to the very people who own them because they're not particularly well equipped and well trained about how to use it. So this debate is something which really goes on, and honestly, it really seems that even if guns are to be allowed, they have to be allowed under very strict, stringent circumstances and with very rigid rules that need to be followed. And when we're talking about those rules, the first and the foremost has to be that there needs to be some proper training provided to the people who buy these guns. And obviously, it should be done only through a license that should accompany these guns with whoever is carrying these guns. The training process should also include the fact that the person who has been given a gun is capable of controlling his emotions. Because if you are in possession of something that can cause the other person to be killed, then it really needs to be used very carefully. And people who are selling this product, they have to make sure that they train the people whom they are selling guns to. They make sure that these people are the ones who would not misuse it, because this item, amongst many others, is the one which really can be misused, and the consequences would be very seriously damaging. Therefore, guns is one item there. It's one item which really needs to be considered seriously before deciding as to whether it's to be marketed, sold, or not.